What is going on, dudes? TheeRealDuke. We're about to start some judging for 3 Block Challenge number 3 in Build Contest Season number 3 here on Infinite Heights. Stick around. We're going to have some fun. It's coming up right now. What is going on, dudes? How you guys doing? I'm TheeRealDuke. Welcome to the judging of a 3 Block Challenge number 3. Let's make it daytime. There we go. So we are in the 3 Block Challenge world here on the Infinite Heights Minecraft server. We have a 3 Block Challenge going on. If you don't know what the 3 Block Challenge is, let me go over it for you real quick. Basically, the 3 Block Challenge is a build competition where what you do is I pick 3 blocks. You can use only those 3 blocks, and you can also use up to 5 torches and 3 signs for your build. You have one of these nifty 11 by 11 by 11 plots to work in. You have a little switch in the top and the bottom for you to control your own lighting. And then after the week is up, at the end of the week, usually Friday or so, I come in and we do some judging. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty simple. Let's get after it. I'm actually gonna break it up into a couple parts. We'll do the first half of the builds. We'll come back to the second half. Then at the end, what we're gonna do is the third part will be just the judging and the awarding of prizes for all the builds. If you are checking out the live stream right now while you are actually on the server, you can do /3bc, stand on the circle stone by the lapis block, and hit the button. It'll transport you to a voting station so you can vote for the Player's Choice Award. So pick your favorite and vote for it. If you are checking this out later after the fact on the YouTubes, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it, but you should have been at the live stream. It was awesome. It was awesome having some fun. So let's get after it. We'll go plot number 2, Tropic. The Shade, best viewed at night. Let's turn it back to night. Yeah, that is spooky. Got the darkness down at the bottom here. Kind of brighter at the top. Kind of adds like a mystical kind of glowy quality to it, which is sweet. Very cool, very cool. So what we're trying to do with the 3 Block Challenge is we're trying to award or to reward players whose builds provide us with unexpected things. So if you happen to see, not necessarily this one, but in another build, if you happen to see something that you happen to like your favorite thing might be, oh, you know, I really like penguins, and somebody makes a penguin. Just because they make a really good penguin doesn't necessarily mean that they'll win. So we're looking for those kind of unexpected builds. Just something I wanted to throw out there to you guys. So what I'm seeing here, a couple really awesome things that we know Tropic is going to do. Multi-time champion of the 3 Block Challenge and Pixel Art Challenge. She's got this awesome kind of flowing kind of body thing happening here with like the ethereal body of the shade. She's got these creepy gnarly fingers kind of coming in doing this kind of thing, which is sweet. A good ratio of the blocks. She's using the edge of the acacia log there to make the orange for the eyes. It's kind of, those fingers are gnarly and gross and creepy. Cool kind of ethereal, like kind of like smoky, kind of vapory kind of thing happening, which is cool. Very cool. Very cool. Cool composition. Interesting from every side. Interesting from every side. Very cool. Very cool. Solid build, girl. Solid build. Plot number 3, Slugsby. Drunkslug. Tropic is going to cry when she sees this. He's frozen in time here. I'm gonna say maybe he didn't get to finish working on it. Maybe he did. I don't know. What it's looking like is a smokestack. What it's looking like is a smokestack. I didn't get to talk to Slugs about this much. And he didn't give us any other signs, but I am seeing a good solid ratio of the 3 blocks. I just, you know what, I feel like because he's still floating in the middle of it, that it may not be completed yet. So I don't know if I want to judge it completed. Good ratio of the 3 blocks, so I don't want to ignore it either. Good ratio of the 3 blocks. I would have liked to have seen maybe some better use of the edges of the log for some splashes of orange cast around it, though. But maybe we'll get to talk to Slugs later, see what he says. Go to plot number 4. I can't wrap my head around it. Best viewed night brightness plus 11% Kissy. Kissy's getting needy with these. 11% exactly. Okay. Is it really best viewed at 11%? Did you like go through the whole span and say 12% is too much, 10% is not enough, 11% is right where it is? Or does this happen to be how you were building, how you had your light settings when you did it? So every once in a while, Kissy will throw out these cool abstract builds where stuff is just kind of swirling around it. And here she's named this one. Can't wrap my head around it. I think this isn't. I was showing her some world edit stuff earlier in the week. Maybe yesterday. Days are running together. She said that many times. We were talking about copying and pasting and rotating stuff, and it was hard for her to get. It's because it's confusing. But this is cool. I see these awesome spirals all around. The composition is really interesting. Definitely digging it. Definitely digging it. Is a good ratio of blocks also. Good ratio. By ratio, I'm just talking about the number of logs to slabs to glass pane. So it's not, one isn't overpowering the other. Cool, very cool. Very cool. So it's something she can't wrap her head around, and she has these kind of ethereal spiral kind of things that are tough to grasp. So I'm definitely seeing the correlation between the abstraction that she gave us and what she was going for with that. Awesome. Another solid abstract build, Kissy. Good job, girl. We got Red Goyo, who had a string of really solid builds, some award-winning builds here in the 3 Block Challenge, and then flaked out on this one. Where were you, man? Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's see how many builds we have completed here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 6th build. I was doing this for myself so we know how far to go for part number 1. We'll get to Exempts build and plot number 8, and then we'll start part number 2. The next build, Knivesy. What's up, girl? Glad you joined in the 3 Block Challenge. Don't know why you weren't able to reply on the forums. I'm sorry about that. We did get the message, though, and I'm glad we got you a plot in here. Awesome. Yes, hello, Tropic. Hi. Hello. The last ship leaves tonight by Knivesy. Very cool. So we looks like an awesome spaceship. Is there a reference here that I'm supposed to be getting? I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I do dig the spaceship. It definitely does look like a spaceship to me. It has the loading stairway kind of down for people to load up. It looks reminds me a little bit of a Wraith from StarCraft. Have you ever heard of that game, StarCraft? It reminds me a little bit of that, just the way the kind of thing hangs down at the bottom there. Is this a vulgar gesture in some country? I hope it's not. Well, if it is in your country, what do you think of that? I don't know what that means. It's gross, though. This is cool. Very well conceived. Very well built. Spaceshipy. Totally. Very cool. Is this your first build competition, Knivesy? I think so. I think it is. It's the first one I remember. If you entered before and I forgot, I'm sorry. There's a lot of people that entered. I don't remember you having entered before, though, but I am glad you entered because this build is sweet. Sweet. And then Knivesy's used the glass to kind of change the color of the logs around here, around the sides, make them look a little bit darker to add a little bit of interest. Ratio of blocks is really good. This is a solid, interesting build, Knivesy. Good job. Good job for sure. So plot number 7, Mancora. Thinking inside the box. Very cool. Little companion QB kind of looking. Very cool. Cool framed out box. This is an interesting build. So we have a sampling, a smattering of all of the blocks on the outside that we can see them for what they actually look like. And then we have them here also behind the glass, which darkens them up a lot. So they kind of change. So it's really actually like almost 2 sets of blocks, which is pretty sweet. 2 sets. 3, and then when I turn my wrists like this, it means like 1 and then 2. You forget it. I'm not good at math anyway. I'm not going to pretend to be here. I mean, the abstract design on the inside is really cool. Really cool. It looks almost like something's kind of dripping down and kind of gross, or maybe it's something kind of growing up, which is cool too. Is it upside down, maybe? Is it a tree? Kind of in there. The fact that what Mancora's given us in the middle is cool. Is cool enough to actually, is well enough done to actually want to spend time looking at it and try and wonder. Scores points for me, in my mind. The fact that we're able to kind of fly around it and the composition changes, more points, very cool. Double use of the blocks, just blocks in the front, blocks behind the glass. Very cool. The way the edges of as I fly into the trees, the way the edges of the glass kind of curving around the sides make it look like there's hard edges, right, that frame it with the logs and the stone slabs, but there's also the spherical shape that appears, so it's like a sphere within the box, kind of. It's implied that he didn't actually make a sphere. It kind of looks sphere-like. If you look over here, you can see this kind of rounding effect to the glass, which is really cool too. That's interesting.
What plot we on?
Oh, Slugsby, what's up, buddy?
What's up? Sorry.
How you doing, man?
Good.
Number 1 slug. Plot 7, Mancora.
Oh, it's ugly. Next.
Next, moving on.
Nah, I'm just kidding. We can spend 10 more minutes bashing it.
I was just talking up about how it's cool. A couple things that I saw that were cool, Slugsby. You let me know what you think. I think as you fly around, the shape of the glass kind of has a spherical quality to it. He titled the piece "Thinking Inside the Box."
But it does.
Yeah, but it's got kind of a round quality to it, and the edges is what I was saying.
Can you get in?
Cannot get in.
Disappoint.
I mean, we could smash it. You want to smash it? Smash it to the ground.
I do like it though.
Yeah, I'm spending some time kind of just wondering about what's going on inside there, like what that thing is supposed to be. It's kind of interesting and swirly and spirally, so I keep looking at it. He's also got, wow, I'm just gonna crack my mouse and make everybody watching the live stream vomit real quick. He's also got some cool some cool patterning happening up in the ceiling too.
Oh yeah. Disco.
Oh, what's up, Swiggy?
Hello.
Swiggles, how you
Mind
doing,
if I
buddy?
help out with some judging?
I don't mind at all. Welcome, buddy.
Hello.
Slugs and I were just talking about how we were going to destroy this build and set it on fire. We're going to enable fire spread here first and then burn the whole thing down. How do you feel about that?
Yeah? Is that what we're gonna do? I'll supply the flint and steel.
Lock slugs in there. Minus 10 points for there being a green slug stuck in there.
How do you get in there? I like how you break your way in.
Just broke right in.
He just smashed his way in.
Okay, cool.
What do you think?
I think it's a good idea, but the problem is that the box is a difficult color to, or the glass is a difficult color to actually consider a glass box.
Yeah.
It's hard to see into the inside, and it's a little bit difficult to actually see the detail that he has around, going around the rail, around I would assume is a tree. Because the basically like the glass is the same color. If it was clear and then you had the black glass going around, that would be a bit better.
I was kind of saying that I think what was cool about it, and it does make it hard to see things, like he's actually got a line of the glass panes. You have to get right up in here. He's got a line,
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
yeah, he's got like a line of them like on top of the stone slab spiraling through there, which takes a second to see. But what I was saying was cool earlier was that he's got almost two sets of blocks, because he's got the blocks on the outside that we can see with the glass panes, and then when they're all darkened and the color changes when we're looking inside, it's almost like a different set of blocks because they're all much darker. Which I think
That's
is
true, actually. I didn't think about that.
kind of a cool idea, but I do wish, like you were saying, that I was able to see some more detail inside, because it looks like he did spend some time.
Well, if you stand back far, like right about here, you can't see the glass, except for the glass on the bottom.
Yeah.
I guess it's about perspective, but yeah.
What do you think, Slugs? Yet to weigh in other than wanting to burn this to the ground.
I hate Mancora. I hope he's watching. Mancora, I hate you. Just kidding.
Yeah, me too.
We play League together. We have fun. But I do
I'm not
like
kidding.
this. Let's just ban him.
Easy, let's do it. Okay, anyway, we'll deal with him later.
Yeah, but he does have
He's
a
on the
unique
top of the
perspective,
to-do
so-
list now.
All right, so
And I
awesome
hope
build.
he's listening.
I think it's an awesome build, Mancora. The views of the other guest commentators are not necessarily representative of the views of TheeRealDuke.
Yeah, disclaimer.
Exempt. They happen to be in this case. You should be banned, but not usually. No. This Plot A was the last one I was going to do before we get to part number 2. So let's wrap up Exempt's little fishy tank here.
I like it. You can tell that that's a goldfish because of the color, kind of.
Yeah, he was telling me this nightmarish story about how his brother is a sociopath, and
Okay.
he had a goldfish and tried to kill it.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't
but
think that would be too hard, though.
you would think that, right? Because you would just flush it down the toilet. But instead, he tried a bunch of different ways to poison the water in the fish tank, but the fish wouldn't die, so he kept adding chemicals and stuff to it, and then finally
God.
Mike caught him doing it and was like, "Why you do this? Stop that."
That reminds me of something. It was 4 or 5 years ago, we had a fish tank just on a side counter off the island in our kitchen. And we got a snail to actually clean the fish tank. And so we had the fish tank all set up, and it about a day or two later, all the fish that we had got, or a few of them, died. We didn't know why. Everything was perfect on the thing, and then we realized about a month later that the rest of the fish had died, and then all that was left was this snail that was supposed to clean the water and clean the tank. And I don't know what it was, but I guess maybe there's something in the water, but it died as well, or it actually poisoned the water. So much for the fish store recommending that, and we never got fish again.
That's crazy. I blame the snail, to be honest. It's probably a flesh.
You know who the snail reminds me of? Drunk.
Poisonous.
That's good, right?
That's good.
Well,
That's good.
kinda.
The
That's
only-
good.
The only thing I want to see differently here, and you guys speak up, is I want to see more fish.
Yeah, more fish would have been cool. or like at least maybe like change the way that you could have made like a glass pane fish or something like that, or
Turn this to a beta with a fancy tail.
Ooh.
And some
Yeah,
wings.
the tail would have been maybe done a bit better. But
Fancy.
he's got like the little log or the coral reef kind of thing going on
He's got a filter
on the inside.
Yep.
And he's got like some bubbles. I think that's what that is.
Got a little filter
coming
over
out.
there. Yep.
Where the top of the tank is.
Yep.
And he's got on top of it actually. He's got like the cleaner or the filter.
This looks like a Whisper 2000 to me. I know my fish tanks. I don't actually have one. But
Oh, there you
my,
go.
My
The
house
Whisper must be a quiet one.
When I was growing up, we had fish tanks. A lot of them, big. We had like a 70-gallon fish tank in the living room with
Oh, really?
fish in it. It was
I don't know what
bad.
gallons are, so.
Anus. I spent like $300 on a saltwater fish tank and all the equipment, and all my fish died in like 2 weeks.
Oof.
I was so mad. Just gave all that away.
It's like 3 liters in a gallon, 3.5 liters in a gallon,
Jesus. That's a
210
lot.
liters. Yeah, it's like a bathtub basically.
Yeah, people across the street have, from my house, there's one person who lives there and you can see inside their house and it's just like a wall as a fish tank. Something like that, probably.
I do like.
This is a cool build, though, Exam.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like it a lot,
Absolutely.
actually.
And I do like how
It's simple, too.
He's
But
got like
you know
light.
exactly what it is right away.
Yeah, he's got like light in the coral, which kind of adds a cool effect. He's got lights up in the top, like where they would be in the hood. It's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Very.
That's
accurate.
probably like what he means is the latch on top, and then
Yep.
he's got the filter.
Yep.
It's actually really accurate when you
It
think
is
about it. And most
very-
fish tanks, they're not round; they're rectangular.
Yeah.
So, I'm not gonna say anything about like the shape of the box because that's accurate.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's very very accurate representation, very detailed and accurate representation of a fish tank.
Mm-hmm.
Cool idea, Cool idea.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good build. So I think that's going to wrap up part number 1. We'll be back in a second with part number 2. If you are checking us out on the live stream, stay where you are. If you're checking us out on the live stream, you didn't vote yet, also do that. Do /3BC. Click on the button by the lapis block and go vote. Vote for your favorite build for the Player Choice Award. If you're checking us out on YouTube after the fact, dude, just watch the next part. Watch the next part. Part number 2. Yeah, let's get after it. We'll get right back. Stay put. Don't go anywhere. If you are checking us out on live stream, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.